Coin Show Podcast. A podcast about coins and coin collecting from the perspective of both dealers and collectors. Hosted by two guys with a passion for collecting and a combined experience of over 50 years in the coin industry. Here's Matt Dinger and Mike Nottleman on the Coin Show Podcast.
And this is episode, let's see, 232
232, my friend. Hello.
of the Coin Show Podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And on tonight's episode of the Coin Show Podcast, we are going to talk about some cool stuff going on in the world of numismatics. And of course, we are going to talk about the coolest thing in numismatics, which is the coolest thing that walked into our shops this week. We've got some news for our next hangout and probably some other discussion. But first, as always, the news.
And here we are, my favorite part of this show, Mike. Who is the news brought to you by?
So the news is brought to you by Mistakes. We had a really great tagline, but somebody deleted it from the company computer. Talk about a big mistake.
I like that one. That's good. That's good.
So Coin Week has published their Doug Davis alerts from numismatic crime prevention. So NCIC.
They post a lot of these.
They do, and it's really helpful. They wanted to let you know that there were some banknotes that were recovered after the package was stolen and lost in the mail, but they also have, other serial numbers and things like that of coins that were stolen from a dealer at Long Beach Expo. He tells us about some missing Gold World coins that were recovered. So it's a little mixed bag of, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, but a lot of help. And Doug Davis is doing the Lord's work.
Yep. Yeah, it's a shame right now too. We had a package with 2 gold coins disappear not too long ago as well. So I feel these people's pain.
I had a 5-ounce silver that just kind of vanished, just disappeared in the mail, priority mail.
Yeah, that's what too. Ours was 2 1-ounce gold eagles that got to out for delivery and then never showed up.
See, and the funny thing is ours never got to scanned.
Oh yeah,
they were never scanned, which is bad because that means no tracking.
Yeah.
So what's really funny is it was an eBay transaction, and in that process, you only have a certain amount of time. And the guy that bought it from us was actually really cool, really patient throughout the whole thing. And so what he decided to do was he let me kind of let it play out. And eventually, when he didn't get the coin, I returned him his money. No problem. No questions asked, right?
Yep.
About a week and a half later, the coin showed up. And the guy was good enough to call me and tell me that.
That was good. Yeah.
And he paid for the coin.
Out there like that.
A 5-ounce silver coin. That was really nice of him.
Yeah. Yeah. And the guy, funny enough, the guy that I was dealing with in that situation was really cool as well, too. He tried to let it play out, but the thing never showed up. And the worst part was I called the post office out there. I sent a tracer on the package, and I could not get anybody to help me at all at the post office. So not so good, friends. Not so good.
I mean, the worst part about my particular experience was the fact that it had never been scanned. I gave it to our letter carrier. Now it's like, look, I work in the city, and it's a big city. And so a lot of things happen with our post office, and you just kind of got to, I trust my letter carrier implicitly.
I do too.
And so it was one of those things where I know that she did what she was supposed to do with it. I knew it would show up, and eventually it did. And even if it never did, I still wouldn't have believed anything had to do with her. She was perfect.
Yeah. It's a shame right now, but it's more and more that's happening lately. I've noticed.
The United States Mint has issued the 2024 W Platinum Proof Eagle. So, that's kind of what I was saying is, is so this is the platinum proof eagle. Aren't they still doing that aren't they still doing that Constitution series?
This one says Liberty Spring. It's like a book.
Liberty Spreads.
Liberty
Okay.
Spring.
It's a new series probably.
Yeah.
But
Less
yeah,
fat than the other
and
guys.
so look, have you seen a lot of the bullion platinum eagles? I don't think anybody's buying them.
No, I can't tell you the last time I bought a modern bullion platinum eagle. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean the premiums on them are ridiculous, but it's like
Well,
they're just not around anyway.
and looking at the story here, it looks like it achieved opening sales of 2,783 pieces.
Yeah, that's how many people are collecting this series.
Pretty much.
Because this is the third one in a series.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't think there's.
Or no, it's the fourth. Excuse me.
Yep. It's doesn't seem like it's going to be it is a very popular series, but who knows?
So the proof silver eagles are out. The proof platinum eagles are out.
Right.
Well, I don't know. It seems to me like I don't understand why the gold buffaloes. I haven't seen those yet. 2024s. Do you have them?
No, I haven't seen them yet
They
either.
haven't made them yet, have they?
As far as I can tell, I don't see them on the list.
That's kind of what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
like
mean,
that's a coin that's in heavy demand.
Yeah, but they fired off the proof eagles early, so maybe that was the thing that got cut. You know, there's always something that has to give.
Whoa, here's my thought, and this is me being really, really cynical. Okay, and that is that the mint decided to release the proof platinum now while the price is low, hoping that it goes up. Or that it might go down. You know, it's like I don't think platinum's going to stay where it's at. And it's like they're jacking people for like a $400 premium over spot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's you want it, you got to pay for it right now.
Yeah.
That stuff because it doesn't behoove them to mint 2,783 coins at all. So
no, not for all the setup that it takes. The fact that
Right.
they can't do gold eagles and platinum at the same time. It's just all that stuff.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Let's see. So with that said, the US Mint is reporting that bullion coin revenue fell 12.8% in fiscal year 2023.
But how?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like they recorded sales a 24.5% increase. And they're saying that it was a surge in silver American Eagles. So they made 30% more silver eagles than they did last year, right? And apparently they made fewer gold eagles.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around how you sell more of. Well, I mean, the only way that this
and make less money.
The only way that this happens is that the actual sourcing of the materials costs more. That's it.
Well, no, we're not talking profit. We're talking revenue.
Oh, revenue. Yeah. Okay. So
this is just raw sales.
Weird.
Yeah, it's like the number went down, even though they made more products, and the prices went up. They did not go down. Well, I don't know where it started last year. I know that at some point last year it got all the way down to like 1680, somewhere in there.
I am utterly confused by this story.
Well, it's pretty much why I pulled it out is because it just didn't make sense to me that revenue would fall 13% in a year where they just, so they're saying that they made basically 20% fewer gold eagles and 20% fewer buffaloes.
Well, obviously then that's got to be where it's from.
They made 30% more silver eagles, 83% less platinum eagles.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird. So, I mean, obviously that shortfall in revenue has to come from the fact that they changed up. They made 30% more silver eagles and cut the other stuff. So weird.
Yeah, I guess you got to make a lot of silver eagles to get to 2,000.
I don't expect them to do that again.
Probably not.
That's reading the story here. It's a decline of $481.5 million. Wow.
It makes a difference which ones they make. The palladium ones
For sure.
The
It looks
platinum
obviously.
ones don't play anywhere near as big a part as they used to.
Well, number one has got to be the Silver Eagles, but then followed right behind by the Gold Eagles and then the Gold Buffaloes, I would think.
That's what I would think too. Such your Gold Eagles and Gold Buffaloes have got to be your biggest demand products, and yet,
Cut the junk that's not selling. I mean, I
right?
get it, you're mandated to make it, but make a
Well,
thousand, call it a
you're
day.
not mandated to make a lot of it.
Yeah, make 1,000, call it a day. You know, like
Be like
come
the
on.
RCM. Be like
Yeah,
America's hat.
come on. Weird, very weird.
A rare banknote from the First National Bank of Eureka, California, is being auctioned
Eureka.
by Great Collections. So yeah, I love the fact that this one is popular because it's Eureka,
Yep.
which is Latin for I have found it.
Yep.
Right, or no, it's Greek. I'm sorry, it's Greek for I've found it. But it's Eureka, California is a pretty big town, and then the discoveries. Anybody that has an interest in claims and stuff like that. Eureka.
Yep.
So
Yep.
this one is serial number 1, which I don't understand why it has a D serial number and then it has another serial number 1.
So these were printed in 4-note sheets.
Mhm.
This would have been A, B, C, D. This would have been the bottom note. So this would have been the 4th note on the sheet. There were 4 number 1s, I believe, but they had the different prefix. So A, B, C, and D on the sheet. This one's at the bottom of the sheet, as you can
But
see.
why the serial number and then another serial number? Because it's
I
not
don't know.
related to the charter. The
No,
charter's there.
some
You
sort of
know,
internal system. I'm not quite sure, to be
it's kind of weird. I mean, it
Yeah.
just odd.
Let's just say I know people that know the answer, but I don't know the
Yeah,
answer.
I certainly think I do, and I know you do, but I certainly don't know what it is.
I don't know why they did it that differently.
And
Very
while we
strange.
were talking about currency, something I kind of wanted to bring up because I really didn't think about this until I stumbled across this story.
Okay.
The king of small size currency notes is the 1933 $10 silver certificate.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
It's just super rare. They made 216,000 of them, and they destroyed 60,000 of those and issued 156,000 of them. So super, super rare note. It's like the only notes that are dated 1933 are these, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because the gold certificates are all 1928.
Right. Yep. I
So
wonder how many of these go.
this was issued when they recalled gold.
Yep.
These were meant to be the original replacements, for when they weren't going to redeem gold certificates anymore.
I wonder how many of these are floating around mixed in with the other $10 silver certificates that are in bulk piles.
I don't know, but I will tell you one thing that kind of really surprised me is if you look at the bottom of the article, notable specimens of the Series 33 $10 silver certificate. It's like 1, 2, 367s.
Yeah.
1, 2,
366s.
366s, 565s. So, I mean, there's a lot of really nice copies of this bill, or I don't want to say copies, but you know.
But they're also insanely expensive. The last 67 looks like it sold in 2023 for $99,000. So there you go.
It's better than 2016 when a 67 EPQ sold for 105,000.
Oh,
So
wow.
looks
Yeah,
like
I
the
see that.
market may have softened a little bit on these.
Crazy. Yep. Those are the granddaddy of small size notes.
One of my favorite events every year is the Central States Numismatic Show.
Yeah. It's in your
And the reason
backyard. I
for
can see
that
that.
is because it's in my backyard and all these big dealers come to me. So nothing too selfish going on there. But Central States, which I'm a member of, is going to institute a new state showcase program this year, and they're going to have a showcase for each of the member states in the Central States Numismatic Society.
Okay. So I like that. I think that's cool. Central States is kind of one of the bigger regional organizations out there. I would say if not maybe the biggest regional organization that puts on a show, would be Central States. The others are national size organizations. Um, but yeah, that's cool. I think that's
Yeah,
neat.
there's 13 states are included in the Central States. I don't know what you want to call it, charter or whatever. So that means for the next 13 years, they're going to be honoring, one state each year, and it's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah, are you gonna attend the Illinois Centennial Celebration for Central States, and are you gonna wear your Illinois shirt, your Fighting Illini shirt with pride or something?
Well, I don't have a Fighting Illini shirt,
Okay,
but
Chicago Bulls, uh, the White Sox. You're a Sox
oh,
fan, right?
well, I mean, yes, I'm a huge Sox fan, but I could wear
Blackhawks,
my
Cubbies.
Illinois, my UIC shirt.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Be that guy.
That's fine.
Yeah. So we've been talking about the Mint, and we've been talking about their judgment, right?
Right.
You remember a long time ago when we started doing this podcast, we kind of discovered that it costs 2 cents to make a penny.
Yeah,
It
I
costs
think I
6 cents
remember
to
that.
make a nickel.
Wow.
Inflation. Yeah. So penny now costs 3.07 cents, and a nickel costs 11.54 cents.
Maybe that's part of that revenue issue we were talking about earlier.
Well, the funny thing is they still made $249 million last year in seniorage.
Yeah. Well,
So even
there you
after
go.
giving away, I mean, just thousands of dollars in making, pennies and
No, this isn't thousands,
nickels.
my friend. This is millions of dollars. Think about it. Let's see how many nickels they made. Let's see if the story tells us.
Well, here, so
What?
unit costs and seniorage for cent and nickel from 2005 to 2023 is down at the bottom. And if you look, they have lost $178.6 million last year
There you go.
from
There's the
these
number I
two
was after.
coins. But they made 249 million. So that means that they even if they broke even on these,
They're killing it on the quarters.
yeah, they're killing it on the quarters and the dollars.
Right. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
It is kind of crazy. But yeah, so um and this is after making they made 4.136 billion less cents last year. They made 1.416 billion less nickels. They made less dimes, less quarters. Half dollars were up.
Right. Weird. I
Yeah.
wonder when people are going to start culling the nickels out and starting to melt them,
For the
illegally or
copper.
otherwise.
Yeah, for the copper.
No, nickels, man.
Nickels are mostly copper, my friend. 25% nickel and
Yeah, you're
75%
right.
copper.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You-
So
you're mo-
I
you
needed
modern
something.
you modern coin nerds always get me with that stuff.
Yeah. And speaking of modern coin, I wanted something to cheer me up after thinking about how much money the U.S. Mint is lighting on fire. um, so, so we have the UK and King Big Ears with
King
a
Big Ears.
Stegosaurus in both. There's a colorized version, there's an uncolorized version, but now you can own a coin that has a dinosaur on one side and a dinosaur on the other.
I was gonna say that. That was a good
I
joke,
wasn't going to let you
buddy.
get to it first.
I know. I heard you speed up a little bit. That was good.
Yes.
Oh, that was good. That's a good joke. That was rich.
Coin Week has done this really, really great series lately. They've been publishing just tons and tons of articles as what they call a collector's guide. And they've
Right.
done all sorts of different denominations. In this week, they did like 10 or 12. And so I just found this series to be really fascinating. It was cool. I highlighted the article on the 1792 half team and all the stuff that went on with that. It's kind of a connection that I feel our show has,
Yeah. That's
with
funny.
having the Rittenhouse specimen on our show.
In our
Um,
hand.
yeah. And then arguing about whether it's pronounced Disney or Deem, because QDB calls it a Disney.
Yeah.
I speak French. I'm sorry. That's.
Hey, I hate to tell you, Mike, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with whatever Dave Bowers calls it.
You know what? I don't blame you for that. I really don't blame you for that, but he's entitled to be wrong just like everybody else.
Oh, that's good.
And finally in the news.
Whoa, look at this disco
Yeah,
party.
our friend Jack Young.
Disco
And
party
so
dollar.
yeah, so here's the thing he did a thing on a documented counterfeit $17.99 in 2021, and he said he's been looking for another one since.
Okay.
And this is the culmination. He went big game hunting this week, and he certainly found what he was looking for. He found two of them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
This is the one with
So
the dash and the R, right?
I believe so. Yes. So this
Yep.
is yeah, you look at it, you can see the dash and the R. It's on both of these coins. He saw one on eBay, I want to say late at night. And
That's
then
where that stuff
there's
tends to
also
go.
a marker on the edge in the edge lettering.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right next to his system.
I always check these $17.99 just to make sure I don't get one of these because they're scary good.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's like
This
you
one's
normally
cool
don't see counterfeits this good.
because this one actually matches a known die pair if I remember right. It's let me see if he says it's a 158. So it matches a known die pair, which if you're using your die pairs as attribution, you look at that and be like, okay, that coin's real.
But the edge has a known problem with it in the lettering.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got to look at the third side too.
Yeah, that's very true. And here's where somebody paid $2,025 for one. Ouch.
Well, he actually got saved because eBay, ended up canceling the auction.
Oh, good. This guy right here, Devil's Lake guy, that guy is an honest stand-up fella because not many eBay sellers would do that.
No.
Very cool. Very
So
cool.
we gotta salute that when it happens.
Yes, that guy. If you can give that guy a little business, do it because that's there's not too many of those guys out there that do that stuff. So awesome.
It's never the wrong time to do the right thing.
That's right.
So that was the news, and the news tonight was brought to us by mistakes. We had a really great tagline, but somebody deleted it from the company computer. Talk about a big mistake. Wow, somebody probably got fired for that.
Oh, that was good. I'm gonna play a bumper. Why not?
You're listening to the Coin Show podcast with Matt Dinger and Mike Nottleman.
So, one of the things that we wanted to talk about tonight was that there is a fairly large number of shows out there that don't get enough attention, and we wanted to give them a call out, give them a shout out, and kind of talk about some of the ones that are going on.
Well, I brought this up to Mike earlier today, and I've kind of wanted to do this for a while, but there are some decent lists out there that provide information about when coin shows are upcoming. If you haven't used it, CoinZip is a really cool website. So I figured I would just kind of go through some of the shows that are coming up this coming weekend, and maybe there's one in your area you don't know about. So these shows are happening March. I'll tell you the dates, but it's the weekend of March 1st through the 3rd, or second and third, whichever one of those days is.
Friday's first.
Friday's the first. So Friday, some of the shows are Friday and Saturday. Some of the shows are Sunday. I will tell you when I flip over to the Sunday shows, just in case. So March 1st and 2nd, the Northwestern Louisiana Money Show in Bossier City, Louisiana. Then we have the 2024 Las Vegas Coin and Collectible Show in Las Vegas, Nevada, March 1st and 2nd. March 1st through the 3rd, we have Tennessee State Numismatic Society and Coin and Currency Convention in East Ridge, Tennessee. That is coming up. March 2nd, we have Coinocopia, Tampa's monthly coin show in Tampa, Florida. We also have that day Derby City Coin Club Fall 2024 show in Louisville, Kentucky. Or Louisville, as they say down there. You got to say it right. I'm sorry. I'm from Indiana. March 2nd, they have the Cambridge Coin Show in Cambridge, Maryland. Also March 2nd, the Massapequa Coin Club Coin Currency and Collectible Show in Massapequa, New York. Then we also have the Mustang Coin Show in Mustang, Oklahoma coming up. This is a show that's March 2nd and 3rd. It's the History Museum of Carteret County show in Moorhead, North Carolina. Also March 2nd and 3rd, the Salem Roanoke Valley Coin Shows in Salem, Virginia. And then we switch over to the Sunday shows. These shows are all on Sunday, March 3rd, throughout the country. Here we go. Livermore Valley Coin Club in Livermore, California is having a show. The First Sunday Coin Show at Central Florida Coin Club, that's in Matlin, Florida, has a show on March 3rd, Sunday. The Orland Park First Sunday Show in Orland Park, Illinois.
Orland Park, Illinois. Hello.
Yeah, hello. And just a little further away from where is Orland Park, anyways, Mike?
Orland Park is just outside of Chicago.
Okay, a little further outside of Chicago is the Rockford Area Coin Club Show in Rockford, Illinois. I like Rockford. It's a cool town.
Yeah, it is.
Also, Sunday, March 3rd, we have Decatur Coin Show and Marketplace in Decatur, Indiana.
There's a Decatur everywhere.
I know, isn't that silly? I think that's one of those states like a green field.
Springfield.
Or Springfield, yeah. Everybody has a Springfield. March 3rd, 2024, it's the Hunt Valley Coin and Currency Show in, I don't know quite how to say this one.
How's it spelled?
Timonium. Timonium, Maryland?
Yes.
Then we also have the Central
Named after
Minnesota
Pumbaa's old partner.
Really?
Timon.
Huh.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Timon and
No,
Pumbaa.
it's not really, but you know, Timonium.
Let's see. March 3rd, 2024. We also have the Central Minnesota Coin and Collectible Show in St. Cloud, Minnesota. The South Jersey Coin and Collectible Show in Linwood, New Jersey. The Dayton Kettering Coin Club Show in Dayton, Ohio. The Central Pennsylvania Coin Club Spring Show in Curwensville, Pennsylvania. And last but not least, it looks like the ONR Coin Show in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, March 3rd, 2024. So those are shows coming up next weekend. Hopefully, maybe this will help you guys. Maybe this will help you guys get to a show that you didn't know was going on. So there you go.
Yeah, and M. Love Mo said in the chat, don't forget the Northwest Coin Club show in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. March 22nd, 24th. So thanks for letting us have that one, M. Love.
There you go. Yeah, there's some other shows coming up too. You want to talk about, Mike? I was asked to attend, I guess, the Whitman show in Baltimore coming up in March. So apparently I will be there. I will be hanging out. I will be making videos. This will be a great.
Come find Matt.
Yeah. This is going to be
We're
a great
play
opportunity.
Where's Waldo with Matt.
Ooh, that'll be fun. I am going to be there to do nothing but make content. So we're going to have a blast. I'm going to have stuff to give away, I think. It's going to be fun. So if you guys are going to Baltimore coming up here in March, come find me. Let's hang out. Let's do some fun stuff around the show. I know that there's going to be a lot of interviews going down. So yeah, come see me.
There's going to be a lot of stuff going on with the Coin Show podcast, and we will bring it to you as it's made.
It's going to be a really content heavy weekend. Yes. So if you guys want to see what's going on at the show, it's going to be fun. So yeah, I'll be there. You know what's next, right?
I don't want to get bleeped.
I might have a bleep. Hold on. No, I don't. I thought I used to have one. Oh, no. I do. I got one.
Yes.
Let me find this button here. Was that it? Yeah.
And now for the coolest thing to walk in this week. A competition
you better get loose.
Between Matt and Mike to see who's had the coolest thing walk into their shops. Who'll win this episode? Let's find out. Matt? Mike? Who's got the coolest thing?
All right, friend, you're up first.
Well, I mean, okay, so I am going to tell everybody that this was born of a streak that has been going on for a while now where I've just absolutely been getting my butt handed to me. And
coming up with some pretty awesome stuff. So
you have been coming up with some pretty awesome stuff, but I don't know how far I have to go to get a witness here. You know what I
Well,
mean?
we're gonna
So
find out because
I
I brought
brought the
another
heavy
banger.
artillery tonight.
I brought another banger too. So
Okay, so we're gonna see. So this is a coin that walked into our shop, and
okay,
we have custody of for just a short time. It's been purchased,
okay.
and we have to deliver it during the National Money Show in Colorado. So we have about a month to play around with this and show it to people. And boy, have we been doing it.
Let's take a look at it here.
This is a 1916D
16D. Ooh,
16D Mercury dime in PCGS MS 66 full bands.
hubba hubba, and it's in a green label holder.
It's in an old green label holder. This has been slapped for a long time. This has been off the market for a very long time. And this is everything that you want in a 16D.
I
You
saw the
take a
six.
coin that was made only, let's see, they made it for 2 months. Because do you know when they started making 16Ds?
Was it right at the end of the year?
Halloween.
Yeah.
Barber kept the dies away from the Denver Mint until Halloween. And that was why they couldn't strike them until then. And then they struck 264,000 of them. And uh, I would venture to say that there are more fakes than that out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This coin, the thing that strikes me about it, and the thing that I think strikes most people when they look at it is, so that's what the mint mark looks like when it
Right.
first came.
I was just thinking that. Let me zoom in here on it. Actually,
I mean, the 16D has a very distinct mint mark shape
it does.
because it's
Shared
the
also
same
with.
D as you'll find on the 14D cent, same D you will find on the 16D dime. You will find it on the 18 over 17D quarter. You'll find it on the 32D or 32D quarter. You'll find it on the 21D half. So I mean, this is and the 21D Mercury dime. So it's a very distinct, mint mark. And it seems to me like the inside of the D kind of looks like a house.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
kind of
bad.
what I think. Now it's like
Kind of
people
looks
say to
like the
look for the
state of Indiana.
triangle, but I tend to think it looks more like a house.
It kind of looks like the state of Indiana, really.
Well, it looks like Illinois if you flipped it over.
That's true.
Yeah, this is
That's a good point.
pareidolia at its best.
And wow, green label. That's an amazing coin. That is heavy duty, and I'm really exceedingly glad that you brought that to the show because you're probably still going to get your butt kicked.
We'll see what happens. Hey, look, I'm bringing the heavy guns. You
Yep.
got a 50 cal? I'm here. Do it.
So
Kill me. I'm here.
kill me. I'm here. Do it. Mike cracks up that every time. So if you guys have been paying attention to our socials, you may have seen this piece. You may not have seen this piece. This is a piece that did actually walk into my office raw in the rawest
In
form
its
there is,
natural state.
in its natural state, and it's not a coin or a piece of paper money. It is a letter. Now this handwritten letter says Springfield, Illinois, July 19th, 1861. Says George H. Appleton Esquire, dear sir, herewith I send you my autograph, which you request. Yours truly, A. Lincoln. So this is a autograph request from Abraham Lincoln. Now the most of the letter was actually written by his secretary,
Mhm.
but he did sign the letter. So I bought this letter raw, and I thought, you know what, I need to get this thing authenticated. So we sent it off to PSA and had them take a look at it, where they said, yes, that is 100% authentic, but also it is graded Gem Mint 10. So this is an MS 70 of Abraham Lincoln signatures. You can't get one any finer than this. And it's actually really cool because this little piece over here on the side, you see, this is actually embossing from the law office which he worked at in Springfield. So very, very cool. There's a couple other things that make this really neat. July 19th, 1861. Do you know what happened that day?
What battle?
No
Getty?
battle. No, this is
Not a battle.
1861. No, no,
Okay,
no.
so
This was
July 19,
so
1961,
this was
somebody
after his
seceded from the Union.
election. This is after his election, but before his inauguration.
Wait a
So he
minute.
was elected in November,
This is
inaugurated
when? January?
January 19th,
Okay,
1861.
January. Okay, yeah, you're
Yep.
right. He won't be inaugurated for another month and a half.
Yep. That day, January 19th, 1861, Georgia left the Union.
There
So
you go.
very, very interesting piece.
I thought it was okay. I'm not going to go. I thought it was the
It was
14th.
Georgia.
The 19th is close enough. That's good.
So that is what we bought. Like I said, it's a very interesting piece.
Yeah,
The
the
signature is
Lincoln
just
signature is
exquisite.
clearly in a different pen.
Yep.
And literally pen. And this kind of look, I don't want to drool over your thing because my thing is way cooler, but it kind of shows you what a cool guy Lincoln was.
Yeah. I think so too. I thought it was super cool. And it does have a new owner. Me. I bought it. I own this sucker.
I bet you do.
No, I mean like I bought it to keep, and I'm just gonna.
No, I bet you did because it's like it is just super cool.
Yeah,
Now it's
this kind
like
of stuff.
Indiana was the birthplace, or no, Kentucky was the birthplace of Lincoln. Indiana was his childhood home. Yes.
Yep. Yep. So.
And then he got smart and moved to Illinois.
I don't know if it was smart, but it was something.
Got him to the presidency.
There you go. So that's it. Those are two, I think, absolute smoke shows of pieces. I know I'm a little biased towards mine, and if you go strictly by the coin show, then obviously Mike wins. But we're going to put a vote out on Friends of the Coin Show, our Facebook group. We actually just cracked 5,500 members in that group this past week. I saw that notification come by. So there are 5,500 of you in that group that sees everything that we post.
Yep.
Not to mention the 51,000 of you that follow us on Facebook. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
We love every single one of you.
But if you haven't joined that group, that's where we post this poll for the show. So there it is.
Yeah. So you go to Friends of the Coin Show podcast on Facebook, join the group, and you can vote in the poll to tell Matt that you've had enough of him winning and that my 16D is the absolute coolest thing you've ever seen.
It's going to be a close one, I think. Pretty cool. All right, buddy. That's it. That's all I got. You got anything else?
Well, I do. So join us next week, Saturday, for the Coin Show Hangout.
Yeah.
We do not have a completely confirmed slate of guests yet. However, our guests will include Shannon from Live Coin Q&A.
Hold on, I may have something to go here. Oh no, I thought it was a drum roll. Sorry.
Oh no, it's a rim shot.
Go ahead.
So Shannon from Live Coin Q&A, and our friend Jack Young will be joining us, and we have another special guest that we haven't been able to confirm yet, but maybe somebody really, really you'd never think.
No.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
Somebody I've always wanted to have on the show.
Oh. Ooh,
and we're just going to hang out and have a couple of cocktails and,
I like it. I like it, friend.
So I guess that brings us to the end of episode 232, which may go down as one of the quickest, shortest podcasts of all time in our we do what we do. It's like it is what it is, and
we just get in the groove and we get going. I mean, we say what we need to say and we knock it out. And
we didn't bore anybody to tears tonight.
No.
And I didn't go 50 deep in the news stories either.
And you know what? For all you guys hanging out with us tonight, you guys rock as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate this. It still boggles my mind that people will hang out and watch us do this. So you guys are awesome.
Yes. So thank you to Ernesto, to Barry, to Corey, to Justin, and to anybody else. I think that's the entire staff.
Oh, you're Corey, Justin, Ernesto, Barry, Leanna, Russ.
Leanna, Russ. You're right. How bad of me.
You, me.
But thank you mostly to you who listened, because without you, this entire endeavor is pointless. So thank you. Check out our webpage, check out our Facebook group, join Friends of the Coin Show, and join us next week for another Coin Show Hangout Live, where we bring in some guests and we talk and we answer your questions live, and just generally have a really good time. And the turnout for our show tonight has been pretty good too. So you guys, if you have something that you want to know, comment. You can write to us, Mike at coinshowradio.com, Matt at coinshowradio.com.
That Friends of the Facebook page, just start a post. There are tons of people that love to talk about coins in there. All the coin nerds showed up at that spot. Yep. Trust me, it's a great place.
All right, so for the Coin Show, I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
We will talk to you on episode 233 of the Coin Show podcast. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Coin Show podcast with Matt Dinger and Mike Nottleman. The boys will be back soon with another informative and entertaining episode. Meanwhile, you can follow the show on social media at The Coin Show on Twitter and Instagram, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Coin Show. You can also join their private group. Just search Facebook groups for Friends of the Coin Show and request access. But if you want to take it to the next level and support the Coin Show podcast, you can go to www.patreon.com/The Coin Show. If you subscribe at the $5 a month level or higher, you'll have access to Not the Coin Show podcasts on the off weeks, as well as other surprises reserved for our patrons. Visit our website at coinshowradio.com or download our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you download your podcasts. This has been the Coin Show Podcast.